And I am screen share with all of you. All right, so. All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right, so if anybody has any questions while we're going through, jot them down. There's time for Q&A at the end or at the end of each slide. I mean, really, we're a small group, so it doesn't matter. We can really ask questions along the way. So this program is called Dream and Achieve, Rocking Your Business. Stephanie, Melissa, and I wanted to create a program that taught you a little bit about, sorry, I'm trying to move all the things so you guys can see the screen. Taught you a little bit about building a team and leadership and what that even means, because leadership sounds like such a big word and it sounds like a scary word. And we really wanted to like break it down into small, easy steps and debunk the myths. We're like the Mythbusters of leadership. If anybody's ever seen that show, The Mythbusters, that's where this kind of came out of. So did you know that when you share the opportunity of 31, you are helping other women start their stories, and you will begin earning additional commission on their sales. So not only will you make commission on your sales, which start at 25% commission for all consultants, once you have added someone to your team and they have become a qualified consultant, which we kind of touch a little bit later on in this call, but that's called a PICA. Then you start earning commission. All you need is one girl on your team and you will earn commission on her sales. So we're going to talk about that as well, because I'm going to break down the first few initial leadership stuff. So we're going to start with, what is a leader? Hopefully this video works. Oh my gosh, seriously. Where'd it go? Oh, technology is at its finest.
It left.
It left, but we'll get it back. I know it works because I tested it all out, but I was on my other computer when I did that.
What is a leader? She's a mentor, a sister, a friend. She's caring, compassionate, and courageous. She inspires, instills confidence, and shows integrity. She uses her gifts and talents to serve others and puts her teammates before herself. She celebrates, she encourages, she rewards. She's a leader. And this is her story.
Okay, so it really is that simple. A leader is all the things mentioned in the video. And the leader is anyone in terms of the career path, which has many different levels if you've ever looked at it. But a leader is anyone who holds a title of senior consultant or above. So what does that mean? Right now, when you start, you are a consultant. The next level is senior consultant. And we're going to break down what that actually means, but it's that easy. A leader is anyone who holds a title of senior consultant or above. All right. So what is a PICA? So someone who joins your team, personally enrolled, so joined under you personally, qualified, which means sold her first $1,000 and is active. So let's say so Terry who signed up under me, she is my personal recruit. So when she sells her first $1,000, she will become one of my PICAs. PICAs, you'll hear a lot about when you're trying to earn a trip or when you're trying to move up the career path to say senior consultant or elite consultant or director. Because what you need to move up into those steps are PICAs. A senior consultant is one, and we'll talk about that a little bit more, and then it just moves up. So what are some of the myths of leadership? Well, some of the myths I've heard over the years, and that Stephanie and Melissa and I have heard, are that it requires almost full-time hours or more, that you need to know everything about 31, that you have to create all the content to share with your team, that you need to be available 24/7, 365 days of the year, that it's not worth it. It just isn't enough difference in pay. And your team has to be big and sell a lot every month, and it takes up way too much time. So those are some of the myths. Now, no judging, but have either of you ever thought of any of these things when you're thinking, do I, don't I, do I want to build a team? Have any of these things crossed your mind?
No.
Okay, good. I hear this little no. I don't know who said it because I can't see you anymore, but all right. So those are some of the myths. Now let's talk about what I was yattering about when I'm talking about senior consultant. So in the career path, there's always you. It always starts with you. And then when you add someone to your team and she becomes your PICA, see the cute little girl with the little braids? Yeah, I found that graphic. Anyways, I was very excited that I found this graphic. You become a senior consultant. Now, what are the requirements? You yourself have had to have submitted $1,000 in lifetime personal volume. So you have to be a PICA to somebody. And then to maintain your title, you need to submit $200 every 3 rolling months. And you have to have one PICA. So one girl that signed up under you who's qualified. The perks are that you get 1% override commission on any of the girls that you sponsor. So any of the ones underneath you that you've recruited personally, and you keep your 25% personal commission.
Quit fighting.
Okay. Now, what is an elite consultant? Now, that's the next step. There's consultant, senior consultant, elite consultant. Elite consultant means you plus 2 PICAs. What are those requirements? It's $1,000 personal sales per month. Your team sales will equal $2,000, but keep in mind that includes whatever sales you make. So that includes your $1,000 that you have to sell. So really your team has to sell an additional $1,000 for you to meet numbers. And you have to have 2 PICAs, 2 people just like you who've qualified and have enrolled under you. Once that happens, you will get 2% override commission, plus you'll get your 25% commission, plus a 5% sales bonus. So what that means is you will make 30% commission on all your sales, plus 2% commission on your 2 PICAs, on any of the girls that you've sponsored. All right. Now, what is a director? And there's plenty more career levels, but I'm going to stop at director. Not that I don't think you guys can move up the ladder, but this is a lot of information at once. And so I don't want to give you all the details to all the different levels. These first 4 are kind of they're a great start and they are an amazing way to get into leadership. So a director requirements is 1,000 PV. So personal sales per month, 4,000 in team sales. But again, remember that you now have more than one girl on your team, and it includes your personal sales. And I want to make sure that you understand that team sales, let's say you had someone join last month or 6 months ago, and she hasn't sold $1,000 yet, her sales still count. If she submits $50 that month, it still counts towards those 4,000. It does in all leadership levels. And you have to have 4 PICAs. So 4 girls who've enrolled under you and qualified and are active. Now, you'll notice I didn't put the perks under this in the director slide because there are many. Think of director as promoting when you're an elite consultant on repeat. Once you get to elite consultant, you do it again. So you times it by 2 and you are a director. And then the perks keep coming. Check it out. So you will get 3% commission on anyone in your Gen Zero. Now, I'm going to keep it Cole's note simple. Gen Zero is anybody under, I'm going to use my team as an example, anybody under my team who does not have a director between me and them. So for Terry, Terry is my Gen Zero because nobody above her, between her and me, is a director. Melissa is my Gen Zero. She is a director, but there's no one in between. Now, Stephanie, she has a director in between me and her. Her director is also named Melissa, a different Melissa. And so that makes Stephanie my Gen 1. Hopefully that makes sense. You guys can ask questions if it doesn't. But you will make 3% on your Gen 0 and 2% commission on your Gen 1, plus your 25% commission, plus you'll get an extra 10% sales bonus, making it a 35% commission every month on all your sales, and a $1,000 promotion bonus when you become a director. So with the promotion bonus, you'll notice there's a little asterisk, and I'll just kind of give you the fine print. That's when you'll get $1,000 promotion when you make your director numbers 3 months in a row. So you start with, let's say this month I promote to director. I have to do it again in March. I do it again in April, and I will receive $1,000 bonus in May. You also get to be part of a director call with home office staff that happens twice a month. You'll get a gorgeous pink Cindy faux leather tote. I believe Cindy Stephanie and Melissa have one. I don't know if either of them have it handy, but I do not. I got a black one back in the day. You'll also get to attend Leadership Summit, which this year was in Dallas, and we got to see the entire spring catalog. We got incentives, we got perks, we got sneak peeks, we got to listen and hang out with the CEO, and we got to hang out with Cindy. It's super fun. And then you get a special day at Impact, which is our national conference in July, and you get home office leads. Now, what that is if someone goes to the website and doesn't have a consultant, home office will filter that person to you. You go into a pool and you'll get that just because you're a director. All right. Any questions so far?
I'm good.
Okay. Now, lots of times, and I'm guilty of this, is that when I first started, I had no interest in being a leader, none, because in my mind, I was making 25% commission on my sales. So why would I build a team to make 3% off of their sales? And it wasn't until my upline Nadine, who hopefully you guys watched her video this week that we posted, or actually I posted it last week, broke it down for me and said, because you make so much more money. So you make your commission sales, but then you're making money on the team sales. And over time, and as your team grows, it becomes greater. 3% is greater than 25%. So if you haven't, I'm not going to repeat the video because Nadine she explains it really well. And I could not do that video justice, but it is posted on the Dream and Achieve page. And I highly encourage you to watch it if you haven't had a chance. Take notes because she breaks it down onto how 3% is greater than 25. But I'll break it down a little bit with this slide. So what do you get from $1,000 party? Well, as a consultant that you see there on the left-hand side, you will make $250 commission. As a senior consultant, you will make $250 commission plus an extra, I have to read this, $10 in commission from your one girl. This is on the basis that you have one girl, the minimums. As an elite consultant, you'll make your $250 in commission because you've submitted your $1,000 party. You'll make $40 off of your team, again, based on the fact that you have 2 girls under you. And then you'll make $50 in bonus commission. So right now you've already made an additional $90 and you didn't have to do the parties. Then as a director, where you can see the money's in there, you'll make your $250 in commission on your $1,000 party. You'll make $120 minimum on your 4 girls who sell the required, and you will make a $100 bonus commission on your personal sales because you now make 35%. And then add to the fact that you'll also get a $1,000 bonus if you've met the requirements. You are in the money, so to speak. So Any questions about that and how that breaks down and how you can kind of see how you make more money as you grow more, your team grows?
I'm good.
Okay. And these are all with the idea that it's, how do I, oh my gosh, how do I go back? Somebody? Ah! So
Right
these are
there.
all with the idea that you have your minimum. So a senior consultant, you can see only one person on your team. Well, if you had two who just hadn't peaked yet, that number would change. Or elite consultant, let's say you have 2 PICAs, or maybe you have 3 PICAs. So this number will definitely go up as you build your team. Okay. Now, what are some reasons not to become a leader? There aren't any. That's why the slide is blank. I'm being super cheeky, but there aren't any. There truly isn't. If it's something that you want to do, you can definitely go for it. You can be whatever, you can do whatever you want with this business. You can be who you want to be. You can choose leadership or you can choose consultant. There's no right or wrong answer. It's depending on what you want out of your business and what your financial goals are. Okay, so what are the expectations of a director? And this is why I would say 9 times out of 10, when I'm talking to people who want to move into leadership, is that they're like, I don't know, there just seems to be so much work. So again, debunking those myths. The first thing you always have to remember, and Stephanie and Melissa can definitely speak to this because they are fantastic at it, is to always be a consultant first and a leader second. Both Stephanie and Melissa are amazing leaders, but they also have very strong personal businesses. It is super important to always choose your business first and then a leader second. But when you do that, you're role modeling strong personal business by consistently meeting the director requirements. Participate in home office events and programs such as the lives or the pink bubble, the Facebook groups, conference if you can go. Conference is available virtual, which allows you to participate from home. And always be willing to learn. So always work on self-development. Be willing to learn new things, how to post on, I don't know, some new social media or a different way to party, anything and everything that you can then share what works for you. All right, now, your business. I want you to remember that your business always comes first. I kind of touched that on the previous slide. It's super important. In fact, we at 31, we're often told that 80% of your time should always be spent on your business and the remaining 20% on your team. And this is where one of those myths comes into play, is most people think it's 80% team. Oh my gosh, I do not have that much time to spread myself so thin, and 20% personal business. But in fact, it's the opposite. You want to focus on you, on your business, so that you can inspire your team through your actions. You should be the most consistent consultant on your team. All right. Now, what should your goals be? Is it leadership? Is it to recruit one girl? Is it to stay as a consultant? That is up to you, because they are your goals. And our job as your leaders, and the leaders that aren't on this call that just couldn't make it tonight, is to support you in your goals. And your goals may change. Your why may change. My why has changed over 7 years. My goals have changed over 7 years. And so as your goals grow and change with what you want, it's our job to support you, whatever your goals may be. Big, small, gigantic, ginormous dreams, we're here for you. Now, how do you get started? Well, the first step is back to being in your personal business. It's about being consistent, partying and recruiting. And how do you do that? Well, by booking parties, selling, and recruiting are three tools in our toolkit. So what I often recommend for people who are thinking of leadership or wanting to do that is to set a goal for $1,000 in personal sales every month and one recruit. This is what I did. And it worked for me. It may not work for you, and that's okay. Your goals can be your goals, remember, but this is just recommended that if you set your goal for $1,000 in personal sales, that's the automatic director requirement. So you're already ahead of the game. It's also the requirement for elite consultants. And then one recruit every month. And the reason why I say one recruit every month is that it allows you to constantly be building. Because you know what, ladies, not everyone that joins is going to sell. They might just want the kit. They might take that $20 kit and run. And that's okay. We've got lots of room for them. That's not where we're going to waste our energy. If they join and run, that's okay. You just keep recruiting and keep asking and keep sharing what 31 has done for you and listening to what others may benefit from. So if someone says, I need some extra cash, but I can't afford daycare, you can say, well, have you ever thought of working from home? Have you ever thought of something like a side gig like 31? And then list the benefits to her. We recommend connecting with your leader for a one-to-one coaching call so that we can help you plan out your goals. And then connected contacts. Now, some of you might be new and don't know what a connected contact is. So I'm going to run through that really quick. A connected contact is when you ask someone to book a party, or to recruit, to join your team, and they respond. That response can be yes, no, maybe, ask me later. It doesn't matter if it's an affirmation or a positive response, as long as they've responded. That's a connected contact. And then when you keep track, you can go back and be like, oh, I do need to reach out to Sally. She said she wanted to party in March, and I'm going to reach out to her and follow up and book that party. Connected contacts are a huge thing that I started in my business only within the last year, and it has been a game changer. And Stephanie and Melissa can talk about them too. Next is set a date for your goal, because a goal without a plan is just a dream. So let's say you want to first focus on, I want to try and find someone to join my team. So I'm going to focus on promoting to senior consultant. We want you to set a date. We don't want you to say February 2023, because that's a long ways off. You want to set a date that is achievable, but a little bit scary as well, so that you can push yourself a little bit. And then next, believe you can, because if you put it out into the universe that you can do this, you are going to make it happen. All right, so I'm going to stop the screen share. It's Q&A time. What's one thing that stood out to you that made growing a team seem simpler? So I'll get you to answer this, and then you guys can answer or ask me any questions and ask the team any questions that you want. All right, so what's one thing that we shared that made it sound a little bit easier to grow a team?
The amount of time you have to spend.
That's great. Awesome. Yes, we debunked the myth that it's like a full-time job. It is not. What about you, Terry? Do you have any takeaways?
Well, it's all interesting. I've sold other home products before, so it's just reaffirming some of the stuff that I already knew.
Perfect.
So it's good.
Awesome. All right, now I'm going to put you on the hot seat, both of you, because there's only two of you.
Thanks.
Small but mighty group. It's all good. What are your questions, if any? And don't be shy. There's no stupid question. All of them are welcome.
Sorry, I just have a puppy that's trying to get my attention here.
Oh my goodness. I lost mine. Mine was here. He was pouting. And Stephanie has her Mia. I don't know if she's in the room though.
Okay, so how do I find more people?
Okay. That is a great question. So I am going to, should I put my leaders on the spot and get you to answer it? How about we each answer and give her some tips? Oh, Stephanie's got something to say. Go.
All right. That is a great question, and something that you're going to be repeating probably every day and every month. Who's going to party this month? Who's going to join me? What am I doing? And for me, the success has come through, as Denise stated, growing your personal business. So Lisa, do you have a VIP customer group on Facebook?
Yes, I guess, well, I would call them my group that I had from my lunch party.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Is that where you're kind of conducting your business?
Yes.
Okay, so you're posting in this VIP customer group?
Yeah.
Okay, So you definitely want to be posting there. And by posting, not only just sharing a picture or sharing a graphic that you see Denise or Nadine post, but like share your life, share how you're using these products, go live if you're comfortable. Have you ever went live yet?
When I did a party just for Christmas, and actually I have one booked now for my first recruits launch party.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Good job. That's terrific.
Yeah.
So what I find is that the more people that you're in front of, the opportunity presents itself. If I have a very small group of 10 people and I've already reached out to those 10 people and they've said, no, I'm not interested. I just want to buy from you. I don't like the product. I've never got that one. But the more, so you have to grow your personal group as well.
Okay.
So maybe running a contest of inviting people to join your group. Maybe you have a product that you don't really want anymore, or it could just be a little Tim Hortons gift card. It could be anything, but invite 2 friends. And when they join, your name will be entered to win my prize. It might be a gift card, a $10 gift card for the new season, because at least then you're going to earn commission off that. But that definitely grow your group. Get yourself in front of as many people as possible. And most of the people that have joined under me, I never would have pegged them as they're going to be on my team. It was kind of random out of the blue. You don't know what they're thinking. Like, you truly don't know. Nicole, so you can stay in contact with me. I don't mind at all, but as long as Nicole is between us, you're technically not on my team, but I consider you on my team. Anyone in Newfoundland, we love one another and we work together. Yeah. But definitely grow your VIP group. Get yourself in front of as many people as possible. And you're out in the workforce as a nurse?
Yes. Yeah.
That's awesome. So definitely show off your products, be that walking billboard, and reach out to the people that are in your group. Because I bet if that was your launch party, there's some people that you haven't spoken to in a long time, or they joined and maybe they never ever commented. No. So reach out to them for sure through personal messenger, Facebook Messenger. Yeah. Any other tips, ladies? Oh, go ahead, Lisa.
No, that's good. That's good.
I want to comment on this too, though, before we go on. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. So as far as where you find people for either to join your team or to book parties, because they're both really important. The 4 questions, if you know what those are. Do you ladies know what those are?
Yep.
Okay. Well, using those, I ask the 4 questions in every single party that I do. And that is almost exclusively how I book parties, is always from them. I have very few that I don't book from the 4 questions these days. And then the same goes with recruits. I don't necessarily get the yeses from there, but I usually get the fact that they're interested or even a little bit interested. And then I can make note to follow back up with them, especially if we have like a $20 kit like we do right now, or some other special incentive. I can make a note to follow back up. And then every time you reach out, it's kind of just another touch point with them, and it builds that relationship. And then in the 4 questions, I also make sure to add them. Like, I ask, usually the last question, I ask if they want to join my VIP group, and then that gets them in there, which is like what Stephanie said, how then you have people in front of you. The more people you get in front of you, and then you're kind of, they see you more often than just whenever they join someone else's party.
And for goodness sakes, write it down. This is my 3rd year. My first year, I didn't write anything down. Somebody might have told me, I really think that I want to join 31 after my maternity leave. So like, message me next April. Do you think I messaged them the following April? Not a chance. The memory is not there. So have a little notebook or whatever system works for you, whether that's on the computer in a spreadsheet, but write it down. When you make contact with somebody, write it down. And especially if they're a hard no, because you certainly don't want to bother them or pester them, which you're not doing by messaging them. You're just offering them the opportunity. but write it down. Very important.
Yes, that is a very important tip. Oh my gosh, I spent, we're not going to discuss how many of my 7 years I spent not writing it down. Didn't work out so well. Because I'd go message someone like, let's say Stephanie, and I'd be like, oh shit, I messaged her 2 years ago. We were supposed to book a party. So write it down, write it down. Those are like, yes, the great Melissa just showed up, and I have a spreadsheet that I use. Like, really just find a system that works for you to keep track. I've tried so many things over the years. And I could spend an hour teaching you what I use, but it has to work for you. But those are great tips on that both Melissa and Stephanie shared. The 4 questions are gold. Lisa, if you're not sure what that is, just reach out to one of us. We'll let you know. I know Terry knows because I just sent them to her, so she knows what they are. I literally just sent them. So the idea of the 4 questions is that when you're doing a Facebook party, so let's say I am your host and my friends, I've invited all my friends, and I sent them all a private message because that's what you told me to do and how to invite them. There are people that may not comment. There are people that might be interested, but they're looky-loos. They're behind the scenes. So the idea behind the 4 questions is that you now have, just like you would in front of you at a house party, you have, let's say 10 of my people showed up to this party. They're in the group, they accepted, they clicked the link to join. And so the idea is, or the goal is to then reach out, just go into members, it'll list all the members and send them each the message. It's an initial message that says, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for joining. You have a chance to win. I do a $5 Starbucks card. You can do whatever you want. I did $5 Starbucks card because it's super easy and it's digital and I don't have to remember to mail it. Because that's something else I don't write down. And then once they say sure, then you ask the 4 questions. I'm not going to go through them, all Cole's notes. There's, did you have fun? Have you ever thought of joining? Would you like to book a party? And would you like to order? Obviously not those words because that's really abrasive and abrupt, but there's verbiage. I have it on the team page. We can guide you, but those are gold. Like I'm like Melissa, for the first time in, oh gosh, months, like I'm talking at least 6 months, I have to sit down and actually cold message some people about a party, because I've been booking consistently using those 4 questions, just asking. So everybody gets asked the 4 questions. And like Melissa, at the end, I actually asked them 5. I just don't count the 5th. And I say, would you like to join my Facebook group? Blah, 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 and the verbiage. This is the first time in months that I actually have to make some effort to book parties. Usually my calendar is happy and full just by doing those 4 questions. So, and connected contacts, they kind of go hand in hand with each other because you're asking. And when you start asking, ladies, you're going to hear no. You're going to hear no so many times. No is normal. It's on your way to a yes. If you don't ask, it is definitely no. And just like Stephanie said, it is not wrong to message people. It's our job. I always use the reference of when you go out to eat at a restaurant and the waitress asks you when you're done, would you like dessert? No one is ever, well, I would hope nobody is ever offended. I've never yelled at a waitress for offering me dessert because it's her job to upsell that, or her job to tell me what the drink specials are. And it's my choice to say no. And so that's fine. I say no, she moves on. But the next time I go to that restaurant, I'm going to remember that she said they had a triple layer chocolate mousse cake and I'm going to want it because she offered it last time and I know it's available. And that's the key. Just remember, our job is to ask. Our customers, our guests, our hosts, they have the option to say yes, no, maybe. But if we don't sell it, if we don't ask, we're not going to get anything. So make a plan, make a goal, I guess, to reach out to every guest, just like you would at a home party. Lots of leaders use this example at a home party. You have a plate of cupcakes. You do not go around the room and only ask the people who said hi to you if they want a cupcake. You go around the room to every single person and offer a cupcake because it would be rude to not offer everybody. So offer them all the cupcake in the private messaging on Facebook. All right. Any questions? Any more questions? That was a really good one. Keep them coming. We got lots. None? Okay. That's okay. You guys are on the spot. All right. So if each of you want to schedule a coaching call with your leader. So with Lisa, Nicole doesn't know because she wasn't part of that. So you and Stephanie and Nicole can kind of work that out as to what you want to do for that. And Terry, you know that you're welcome to reach out to me for a coaching call and we can kind of chat about goals and stuff.
Not a problem.
And for anyone who watches the recording, reach out to your leader about one-to-one coaching calls so that we can identify your goals and help you set a plan. And remember, your goals are yours to have. They can be small, big. They can be big, crazy ones. They can be small ones. They can be whatever you want to be because this is your business. But offer those cupcakes, ladies. Offer them. All right. Well, thank you, ladies, for taking the time. Thanks for joining us the last couple of weeks. And participating and reading the content and for taking the time tonight to be on the call. I will post probably a couple more. I think I have some other posts that I want to put up there just to they're just information stuff, nothing spectacular. And then of course we will do the draw later on this week when I remember, because I didn't write it down. I'm very good at not writing things down. It's terrible. It's terrible.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, just, you know what? I'm an open book. Just shoot me a message and be like, yo, you said you were going to send this to me. Did you send it? Because I'll be like, oh, no, I didn't.
My pajamas are in the near future. I'm up at 5 to get ready for work.
Oh, even worse.
Oh yeah, no. See, I'm in sweatpants and a t-shirt, so I'm not far off from pajamas, but it's only 4:46 here, so I can't quite get in them.
It's crazy when I see like you guys post sometimes, like Melissa. I mean, Melissa's great. And like for me is like mid-afternoon. It's like, oh, good morning, everyone. And I'm like, it's not morning.
That's how I feel
Oh, no.
whenever home office does anything, because they're like, good
Oh,
evening.
yeah.
I'm like, ugh, it's still afternoon. Like,
Exactly. Well, I
yeah,
just
they
got
had a-
off work, so
Yeah.
Perfect. They had a senior director call and it's always at 7 my time, so 9 o'clock Eastern. So even later for you girls in Newfoundland. That's
Yeah.
like night ding dong for you guys. But they're like, they asked us if they could do it at 6 at my time. I'm like, that's like smack dab like supper. Like I've barely got the kids' homework and settled. Like, oh, so yeah, time changes are really hard, which is why we chose 4 o'clock today. Because it's like that 3.5 hours Newfoundland. Man, Newfoundland needs to get on a better time zone.
And we didn't have family day today either.
No,
Oh,
that's
yeah, you
right.
don't have family day. Like we thought, oh, maybe we'll do it at 9 a.m. And Stephanie's like, I'm teaching. We're like, oh, that
and I
sucks.
was at work.
Yeah.
See, it doesn't work. I don't understand. Well, Terry, you work retail though, so that's why.
I do.
That's unfortunately for you, it doesn't matter if it's family day or Christmas day, they're open.
Oh, yes, it does. We don't work Christmas.
Oh, yay.
Don't work Christmas, so it's good.
Mhm.
And that's probably foreign for you guys too in Newfoundland, because are things closed on Sundays there?
No,
Oh, they're
No.
not. Okay.
no.
Because my niece is in Nova Scotia and like hardly nothing is open on Sundays there. She's like going crazy.
Mm.
Out around here, things are closed a lot. I'm out
Are they?
in Marystown, out
Oh,
Marystown
okay.
area. A lot
Yeah.
is closed.
Yeah, Sundays in
guys
Alberta are
have-
just another day to get your shopping on. They don't care.
It's
you
St.
ladies-
John's.
Oh,
Bars are
sorry.
open.
Do you ladies have any questions that are like not related to recruiting? Do you have a question about your business right now?
Oh,
Is
that's a good
everybody
one.
doing okay? Good.
Still working on it.
Awesome.
Awesome.
When
She's
did you
off to a
join,
great start. She
Terry?
just started like last week. So
Oh my God. And you're here on like a coaching call. You're wow.
I know.
Impressive.
I know. I asked her and she's like, yeah. I'm like, whoa, okay. We call those unicorns sometimes, Terry. Do you have any
Oh,
unicorns?
thanks. It's covered. Sorry.
Perfect. That's okay. It's important to hide it. We don't want everyone to know.
No.
So no, she's doing great. She had her launch party last week and it can be super overwhelming when you're first starting out, especially when we start talking about senior consultant and Elo and Pika and this. just remember that you can always reach out and ask, and either one of
Oh, I
you can
will.
reach out to me. Lisa, you're welcome to reach out to me anytime as well. Just like Stephanie said, you're under Nicole's team, but we're all part of one big
Oh, I got
team, and so we're-
Nicole drove. I got her drove crazy. She's one of my husband's coworkers, so I know her well anyway. So yeah.
Nicole's awesome.
Yeah.
Really, really awesome.
And bring your catalogs to work, Lisa. Nurses love 31.
Yes.
Take a zip top organizing utility tote to work and just casually place that on the front desk and be like, oh, look at my cute bag.
I know. I have one and it has I love 31 on it with the heart that I take to work every day.
See? Pull out your lunch thermal in the staff.
Oh, I
room.
have that too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't need to use no yucky staff fridge. Mm-mm.
No, we're not allowed to use any fridge or staff room right now. We are
All right,
in our
okay.
office.
I forgot we don't have those privileges anymore. We don't have privileges of being people-y and stuff. All right. Well, if you guys don't have any questions about anything, it can be anything related to your business, as Stephanie said, then we'll hop off and let our poor Newfoundland girls go to bed. And us Alberta girls will go make supper.
Exactly.
Stephanie's
night.
like, supper. I'm in for my nighttime tea, and I don't even have supper like started. Like it's
Crazy.
I know it's crazy. You're almost in Europe. I mean, you may as well. They just need to move the island over a little bit, and you'd be like, at least then you could be in Europe and enjoy the bread, the wine, the pizza, the.
We
Is
can
the
enjoy that
weather-
here.
Is the weather better there? Because I'm up for moving.
Yeah.
I think
It's
it
minus
might be.
21.
Oh, never mind.
When I was talking to my family in Portugal on Christmas Day, they were wearing t-shirts on their porch.
Wow.
I was like, excuse, and they're like, oh, it's only plus 15. I'm like, oh, well, it's minus 35. So
Yes.
they're
Yeah,
like,
I'm
we
not
need a
moving
little
far enough
sweater.
away.
I'm like, oh, nice, a sweater.
Yeah.
So yes, Portugal might be warmer, and you're close to Portugal. You're only a hop, skip. Just take a canoe,
Yeah.
I'm in Portugal Cove. So like
right? I know, and I went there when I went to Newfoundland just because it was called Portugal Cove. I had to go there. I was like, my ancestors roamed this earth at some point. I know it. Stealing all your cod.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, have a fantastic evening. Thank you for taking
night.
time to join us, and make sure to reach out if you have any questions.
Perfect. See ya.